So will Canada need to cut taxes to stay competitive with the United States? As I said earlier in the show, we had on our show three tax experts, a panel talking about perhaps cutting taxes. We talked about the idea of this tax fairness concept. We spoke a bit about really where taxes could be, should be, maybe even an idea of a flat tax was spoken about with our panel. But this now idea that the United States is going to cut taxes, that Donald Trump, when he gets into the White House, former President Trump, will cut taxes, will cut corporate taxes. How can we here in Canada stay competitive with our neighbors to the south? And we just have one chart for this topic. And I think it's just, in my opinion, the best chart of our show today. And we can show it here. And there, simply put, U.S. corporate tax rates could soon be the lowest across OECD countries. And it says the lowest or the highest because when this chart was created, we didn't know who was going to win the race. And you can see at the top, United States Trump proposal, the red, that is what former President Trump is proposing for corporate tax rates. They will be the lowest across all major countries, OECD countries in the world, if he can put through what he wants to put through. On the flip side, if Vice President Kamala Harris would have won, they're actually the blue line at the bottom, which is would have been one of the higher rates for corporate taxes in the world today. So to stay competitive with the United States, because as we know, former President Trump will take office in the next few months. Will Canada cut rates? In my opinion, I think they have to. I thought Canada had to cut taxes even before former President Trump won the election. So will we see this? Will we see this by our current administration here in Canada? Will Prime Minister Trudeau think about or talk about cutting taxes, or will it take a regime change? Will it take another election, a new government being formed, either conservative government or other, to cut taxes? I know there's been some talk by conservatives that they indeed will be looking at taxes, perhaps cutting taxes if they are elected. So I guess my opinion is, yes, I think we will have to cut taxes, and I think we will see a cut in taxes, especially if we do see a change in government. And I think many businesses, many individuals, high net worth, middle class, lower class, I think everybody would be quite happy to see a cut in taxes in some capacity so that we can continue to be competitive with our neighbors to the south.